dead before I said let's fight!
No! That's impossible!
By the way.
BT dubs is BTW. I'm gonna bust you up! Nope, I'm not coming down. Where am I? Help! Milk! Chance got $5.
The champ got 5 on it.
Back where it came from.
Back where he came.
Ah, here we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Oh, I tried to go in triple O. Don't alter me! Hello, YouTube. Welcome to the First to 50 podcast, round 2, episode.
1.
We're back to 1, baby. We did a First to 50. How do you feel about it, Meshi?
With full circle. Woo!
Circular, almost like an hour in a circle.
Not bad. Oh.
I'm just gonna ignore that. This is a podcast where two old men talk about video games and movies and anime they watch every week. You know, it's a nice little warm excuse to get together and listen to each other talk.
Yeah, endlessly. Mostly you.
You know, sometimes I gotta get my yap on.
Yeah.
That's what the Zoomers say, right?
Yeah, you're yaptastic or whatever.
Grandpa podcast. That's crazy. I'll take it though. I earned this medal. I'm old. I just had a birthday. It went really well. You want to know what we did on my birthday, Meshi?
Ate a ton of food.
Well, yeah. But I played the first Ascendant because we had a huge update. Season 4 happened. The culmination of the storyline with Corel and everything came to a close, and we got a bunch of content and stuff. The storyline, the ending run ended up being a lot of single player stuff where it kind of took you to instances, kind of like WoW. You know, like those WoW things where it's like, oh, we're going to teleport you into a instance zone for yourself to experience this thingamabobber. That's kind of what this ended up being. And it ended up being a lot longer than I expected. And the D-list voice acting just made it that much better. Like, Eugen's voice actor would change accents mid-sentence some of the time.
Oh, no.
All the red shirts, like, they had these hyper sad stories that were kind of delivered in, like, a D-list voice actor way, but in its own way that made it more endearing. Like, there was a lot of heart behind the story. It was almost like watching like kind of like a B flick or a C flick, but they were really swinging for the fences. Like, they tried their heart out. Some of it just kind of came across a little silly.
Okay. I mean, the big question on everybody's mind, though, did they fire the guns?
Oh, screwed.
I'm sorry to say
So you're going through this whole thing, all right? So this isn't a spoiler. The entire preview was Albion will burn, right?
Right.
And you know the whole thing's going. They're like, Corel can't attack us. We have these anti-orbital cannons that will just shoot everything, right? It cuts to, so the Vulgus find a back door a la 300. There was a service tunnel that they found access to that gave them a direct path to ambush Albion from inside. They literally have a line of dialogue when you talk to one of them. It was like, "Ha, good thing we shot those cruisers who tried to like attack Albion. They didn't get close to us."
God.
So they shot them. We just didn't see it.
I see.
There's a big mega dungeon at the end. It was pretty fun. I haven't done the hard version of it yet. You kind of go through and you fight a bunch of mini bosses on your way to fight Corel, who ends up being a 3-stage fight. Like you fight him normal, and then you fight him in front of projectors of himself, and then you fight. You want to guess his final form?
Is it Greg?
No, Meshi. It's Colossi Corel. And he becomes big and stupid with giant hands, and he's like all big, and you only see him from like the waist up. But it was a fun fight. It came to a satisfying kind of ending with what's going on there. They set up some new political turmoil with the blue people, and we have a new villain who's scheming. So we do have more story and stuff to go forward.
Oh, so he's actually dead then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
You want? I'm just gonna tell you what happened. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Close your ears if you haven't played the story yet. You have a
Alright.
chance. You got like not you, Meshi. you got a couple minutes. Close your ears. Guess who kills him, Meshi?
Oh, please tell me it's Alpha. That would be hilarious.
No, Alpha's dead, Meshi.
Yeah, but Ghost and First Descendant stuff. You
Yeah.
never know.
Anyways, the ship blows up, right? And he crashes
Okay.
with the ship. And he's like, Eamon, help me! Who's the robot guy who he choked?
Yeah, choked out. Yeah.
He stabs him through the chest with one of his mechana arms, lifts him off the ground, turns his back, and uses another mechana arm to slice off his head. It's so cold. He hits him with the no-look fadeaway and just head removed from shoulders. It was so cold-blooded. Oh, it was deliciously evil. So apparently we found out that Eamon, the robot man, is the last of the ancestors, the ancient people who were here on whatever planet we're on. I don't even know. Anyways, story was super fun. I enjoyed it. The mega dungeon's cool. I'm interested to try out the hard version of it. What else do we have to get into? They released new transcendent weapons, which are here on screen. You can kind of farm them anywhere. I got 2 transcendent weapons just from running 400% dungeons. And they're kind of the new chase item. And they actually augment a lot of your abilities and stuff. So they're kind of desirable. And I really want the rocket launcher because apparently it helps with toxic damage. Maybe that's what I need for my trial run with Vrayna. Maybe I need the toxic launcher. Maybe that'll make all the difference.
Yeah, maybe.
Let me cope.
I was about to say maybe that big extra box of copium will help you out with that.
Yeah, just huff away. But let's see. So you got the whole new transcendent weapon grind. That's cool. I didn't really play Keelan or Kyle. Apparently Kyle people are happy. Apparently he does a lot of damage, from what I've heard. But I guess the main thing we can talk about is Raven, the new descendant. She is super fun. She's really enjoyable. And Meshi, she's like cool. Like cool.
So does she like come with shotguns or?
So in her mobbing build, her first ability is the most satisfying, chunky, sawed-off shotgun shot you've ever heard in your life.
Okay.
Like, you cast the ability, and she pulls out that shotgun she's holding on screen, and it's the biggest you've ever heard. And she's a crit character, so you see big number, it go big. She has an ability where she does like an invisible dash and reappears and like throws like purple smoke on the ground. It knocks down all of the enemies, like in the vicinity of it. So she's like super good for like crowd control. So what happened, what y'all didn't see on stream, was me and my friend were doing a trial run, which is the new mode, which is, what's it, 7 times 4? Is that 24? 24 stages. And you get a bunch of like roguelite upgrades. And you can chain stun things. So there's a group of elites that spawn. One of us does the dive move and knocks them on their ass. We set up all of her AoE stuff. The next Raven does the AoE dive. And just, they don't get off the ground.
Okay,
You can't.
that's fun though.
You know how every other descendant rolls on the ground?
Yeah.
She's too cool, Meshy. She just like flash steps to the left and right.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
She doesn't say she is too cool to roll around on the ground with the rest of everybody.
Can't ruin that outfit.
That's true. Her default outfit is genuinely better than her paid outfit. That's
really funny.
There's a cool jury hat that I got for her. She's got like a military hat with an eye patch that goes super well with her default outfit. That's the one I use. Yeah. I like hats. Hats are fun. What else did we do?
So is Trial better than Onslaught, or is it just a different
Yes.
brand of fun?
I would say it's better. Y'all didn't get to see the first run that went perfectly smoothly and was like super fun all the way through. And before that, we actually did all of Onslaught. We duoed all of Onslaught with Raven, and it was kind of a breeze. I don't know, in terms of scale, I don't know how good she is. She feels really good to play. I don't know how she compares to like Volby, Viessa, and like Inez and stuff, but she feels good. And her playstyle is really easy. You're kind of dashing around. You set up these giant blobby orbs that have a massive radius that just AoE attack anything in their radius, like with like a shot of energy or whatever. So you kind of set up a bunch of orbs. You dive at people to debuff them and knock them on their ass. And then you shoot the shotgun at them and let your orbs do all the AoE damage. And their fourth ability, I think, just buffs her AoE orbs to do more damage. Yeah. Okay. Big happy
nice,
with her.
Crisp, new champ feel.
Yeah, it was a nice debut, I feel, for a new champ. A new descendant, if you will. What I'm looking forward to is in September. I think it's September. No, October. Fuck. October 15th, Meshy. The Freyna rework is happening. The skills are being adjusted.
You will now do slightly lesser damage. Thank you.
I might have a breakdown. But Ultimate Haley is coming out next month, so I assume she's gonna be stupid busted. So she might be super fun to play also to figure out. So I'm definitely gonna be like saving up resources for her over the next like 2 or 3 weeks. Lounge storage trading. I don't even know what the hell that even is. That's something new coming. But overall, I've been really happy with the update. There's been a lot of there's been a lot of viewership now on Twitch. Our category has like quadrupled in viewer size, which has been nice. A lot of fresh faces.
You had like 41 the other day.
Yeah, all the streams have been great. My birthday night, we went up to like 70 people. There's actually going to be a race happening, where groups of content creators are going to team up to do the mega dungeon, and they're going to race 4v4.
Okay. So are you going to allow yourself to include Bell in your group, or are you just gonna ban him?
No, Meshi, they picked bigger content creators than myself. I would
Who's bigger
ban
than the
Bella.
oldest man in the category?
I'm the oldest, just not the largest. I was gonna see if I could pull the thing up, because our good friend Roxy is on one of the teams.
Then you should have an unofficial race against their numbers and see if you can beat it.
I was thinking about pulling up 2 streams and commentating it,
I mean, that works too.
and keeping track of it and watching. Yeah. I think that could be fun. Oh, I think I found it. Hold on. I think we're in business. Hold on, everybody. This is what we call production value, if you didn't know.
Oh my god, that guy with the flamethrower.
Oh my god, like he just, oh, it was a lot of fun, Meshi. It was a lot of fun. Just ate that to the face, poor guy.
This is the dungeon then?
No, this was kind of the story mode that was happening as Albion was being attacked. This is just before, like, I mean, no spoilers or anything. You fight everybody off, and then you make one last ditch effort to go up to the ship and attack Krell directly. Oh, here it is. Perfect. So right now, if you go to the creator event section, oh shit, we're being raided. Hello everybody, we're doing a podcast. Welcome. Can we get a shout out for Mizu, BT Dubs? So you get to vote, Meshi. So they've acquired multiple content creators, and based on the team you pick, you get rewards. So if you pick the winning team, you get 3 Crystal Catalyst. If you pick the losing team, you get 2. So you get something regardless. You just get like half the rewards that you get for picking.
Okay, that's not too bad of a loss there.
Yeah, I mean,
Who are
it's
you
not.
picking?
I went with our good friend Roxy over here because Roxy's been raiding me in the First Ascendant.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, you have to. I could heal you with my RK.
Exactly. I'm kind of interested to see like what it comes to, because a lot of the builds and stuff I've been getting from Yams and stuff, Skonu here has been like optimizing, like the smart people do.
Yeah.
I'm
Does
interested
that
to
include you, or
include me. What are you talking about?
you said like the smart people do? I'm asking if you're including yourself.
Hell no! I let the smart people do all the work, bro. I'm just here to have fun, man.
It's feeding off of their work.
Oh, it's our build, comrade. It's not your build. It's our build. People will be like, "Hey, yeah, I just figured out this Serena build with her Archangel." I said, "No, we figured it out," and I saved their build in game. It was a group effort. It's our build. So yeah, be sure you can actually get to this in game. Go vote on which team you think is gonna win. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it'll be fun to pull up 2 streams and check side by side to give commentary on it. I think that's what I'll do. When is this? Oh well. Anyways, big fun, big excited. The First Ascent has just been fun. It feels really good to like have, because the game was getting a little stale. There wasn't too much to do, and they nerfed Onslaught, which is a bummer. Apparently, less than like 10% of the community was participating in Onslaught. So they lowered the difficulty, trying to get more people to like play.
Too much coordination required for randoms to do.
Yeah, well, what was happening was, so Onslaught, you zone in, and then you get to choose one of from one of 9 power-ups, because you can refresh the list 3 times. Those 3 things show up on your screen, like crit damage, skill power or something else, and you can refresh it twice, right?
Right.
What people were doing was, if they didn't get the rolls they liked at the beginning, the first roll, mind you, they just leave.
See.
Yeah, so they just quit.
Quitters.
Yeah. And the other thing is, like, there was like a handful of descendants who performed very well, and then the rest of the cast just kind of didn't do very well. So it's like participating in that mode. It's like you're playing one of, 5 to 6 characters. If you're not playing one of them, you're not really doing very well. In comparison, you're kind of dead weight, because the more people you have, the higher it scales up. So if you have, I don't know, Fruna or something else, it kind of made things harder on everybody else. And there was a specific mob that has a minigun that has like aimbot and doesn't miss, and that thing had more kills in Onslaught than I think any other enemy does. Because it just laser focuses in on you if it catches you, and then it just and just kills you. So what people learned was where they spawned, and they nuke that area with damage to make sure that they die quickly before they can actually like engage in the fight. Because otherwise they just swarm you, and then it's cooked. But it's kind of fun, because it was hard content to do with your friends, and now me and another Raven player just cleared through all difficulties of it, just doing a duo. And I was like, oh, that was fast.
New champ. Broken.
It is what it is.
Shallow, pedantic.
So we did a little something last night. We played Fortnite for the first time in like a month. A new season dropped. Yoruichi is out of the shop, and I missed her. Budge.
Was she there for like 2 days?
She was there like last week or something, and now she's gone.
Oh.
Yeah, I missed it. But apparently Crash Bandicoot Spyro are coming to the game. We've already seen the Mega Buster in-game. Mega Man will be a playable skin at some point. He'll be released.
Elongated Mega Man.
Ugh. Elongated Sonic is here from whatever. I will say, this is, I think, the most amount of love. Oh my god, it's Joker from Persona. The most amount of like video game love I feel as though I've felt in Fortnite in like a really long time. Like just the Green Hill Zone for the Sonic alone. Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. You can literally summon a Tetris wall. The spin dash is super fun to use. The new backpacks are fun. I didn't know. Oh yeah, there's Sub-Zero already. I guess they're kind of like Mortal Kombat characters. It just seems to be overall, and I like the guns so far. Nothing feels stupid, powerful. Oh yeah, there's Robotnik. You bought the Robotnik skin.
Yeah, I bought the Robotnik skin.
And tell me, Meshi, was it worth it?
Yeah, I found my new favorite thing to do. That's to summon the egg carrier.
So if y'all don't know, it was somewhere back here. There's a backpack with tails, and it allows you to fly. So Meshi was flying around with the tails backpack as Dr. Eggman being the egg carrier, and he was scouting out for us. It was great.
That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. It was you could fly for so long and so high. It's ridiculous.
The Mega Man jump is fun. If you get the Buster Arm, he does like the Mega Man classic little jump. The charge shot feels good. I like when not all the guns like there's a what was that stupid stink rifle was so annoying. It felt really overpowered.
Yeah, that fucking gas rifle thing. I mean, it's we don't know. It still might be in there. We just haven't run into it yet.
I think
one person had a giant minigun the other night. Haven't seen that yet.
The one-shot evil dude pistol is amazing. I really like it. The one-shot golden pistolero.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, that one. So that's been fun. This is a fun game to play with friends. I wouldn't play it any other way.
I mean, why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you play this game solo? There's
No point.
no point.
I could have been
reason, no
I could have been Ninja. I'm so upset.
Would you want to be?
Yeah, Meshi. I'd like to sit on my ass and get paid for it while playing video games, screaming at kids on the internet.
I mean, all right, blew every hole in every argument I could possibly make against you. Continue.
The floor is yours.
The
Don't
floor is
worry. We're working on it, Meshi. We're working on it.
Yeah,
We're
one
slowly.
ass cheek at a time.
Yeah, true. Sorry, you really threw me for a loop there. I was like, how do you get 1.5 pounds of ass at the deli? He said one cheek at a time. I was like, wait a minute. And then you go spiraling down. Okay, this annoyed me.
Just ask for a rump roast.
A rump roast. Jesus Christ. I saw a YouTube short. This is old man hours. I'm so sorry. I saw a YouTube short of this guy be like, "Oh my God, this label says that beef is $1.80 a pound, and these two burger patties are $3.60 on reduced price at this price. I weighed them, and they don't weigh a pound each." And I was like, "Yeah, because they preform them into burger patties, and it's not the ground beef. You fucking jackass! Like, you're not being robbed blind. You're buying pre-made burger patties."
So you've seen that guy too, huh?
No, the algorithm's cooked. We're too old.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. Like, I think I had the same thought. I don't remember what it was. It probably wasn't burger patties, but I saw him on something else, and I just was sitting there like, yeah, you dipshit. That's how it works. It was just something really fucking stupid at the store. And I just had to stop watching.
It's just like, it's too much. I need to adopt the Keanu Reeves mentality of just letting people be right about whatever the hell they're talking about. Just whatever.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about the movie of him sitting at a table with earphones, just crying about the meal he's eating.
You know what? I only know that meme, or not even. I only know that movie scene from the memes of like, you either get to go on a date with a goth baddie or save your best friend's life. It's just like, I'm sorry. That's all I know that movie scene from. What movie even is that?
I don't know. I've only ever seen that clip of him eating and being sad.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit. He doesn't
Don't
understand.
don't worry, Meshi. I'd pick you every time.
Thank you. Leave her with the bill and then come get me.
I think I need to get a breath mint for the bathroom. What? I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Oh, bless. All right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's been fun. No, I think that's been about it. All right, Meshi, the floor is yours. Tell me all about this movie you watched. The hell is it?
This one is No One Gets Out Alive, apparently on Netflix. I didn't watch it there. But it's a horror movie that after I had gotten done watching it, I was like, this feels like someone wanted to make a different movie and then had to strap a horror element onto it to get Netflix to make it for them, or to let them be able to make it. Because it feels more like a movie about the struggles of being like an immigrant and coming over here illegally and then trying to like basically make a life for yourself after having to leave the place you were at that was just like just ruining your life kind of thing. And then horror element.
And then horror element.
Yeah, like the horror in this movie is so
Second
little.
place to everything else.
Yeah, it's just every once in a while, like she sees something creepy that happened, like that, and then it cuts to the next day, or the owner of the building being a weirdo and like knocking on her door and stuff. It's just so there's so little horror and so much of the other thing um, affecting her life that you're like, why is this a horror movie? Um, but the monster that you only see for like maybe 2 minutes total, maybe 3 minutes. Um, it's really cool looking. I really enjoyed the design of it. Um, really does fuck all. It's there very briefly for this weird ritual. It looks great, and and that's about it. And it's basically her getting revenge on the people that tried to use her in a ritual to because basically they could sacrifice people to this creature and then it heals them in return. You know, they get long life, or I guess the brother is going through some mental issue and it's fixing him or something like that. It's not really well explained. It just says he's sick, he needs it.
He needs
Um,
it.
he needs it. And so she basically like beats it by it's not a great movie. I don't really recommend watching it. She basically beats it by the monster puts you into a trance, and it makes
Mhm.
you relive like a very traumatic moment in your life that you wouldn't, or maybe like the happiest moment of your life. It's kind of weird. Which is her mom dying in a hospital for her, and she basically like to beat it, she kills her mom in the hospital. I think by stabbing her in the face or something like that, and then it knocks her out of it, and she becomes immune to the monster. And then the monster's like, "Well, fuck this shit," and he goes back in his box. And that's pretty much the last you see of him. Um,
That's
yeah,
unsatisfying.
it's I don't know. It's like a 55. It's a 5.5. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's just I don't really think it should have been a horror movie.
Yeah, it sounds like a movie that was made with a specific like message and worldview to display, and then they were like, and then let's make it scary. And I feel as though you need to stop from the scary part and work your way down and incorporate those elements subtly. you know,
Yeah.
tastefully,
Yeah.
artistically, not just you know. Okay. Well, I did a little something this week.
Oh,
In
did
light
you?
of recent news and sorry, I just realized of something. And right in light, Jesus Christ, of recent leaks and spoilers, I rewatched the very first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
Um, I watched this movie when it came out as a kid because it was like the biggest thing ever, right?
Right. It was a big thing. Yeah.
I mean, you had Nickelback and that other dude from Saliva singing that song on top of the Empire State Building and talk about an eagle and like being a hero and stuff. That was on VH1 music videos every single morning, right?
Right.
Loved it as a kid. I watched it later on in like my early 20s, and I was like, this is kind of terrible.
Ooh.
Went back to it just a few days ago. This movie has so much heart. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it. Um, way more than I thought I was going to.
Wow. You kind of just flipped back and
A
forth.
1000%. I think I got burnt out. I think it was one of those things where like you see The Dark Knight and you see a superhero story told through like a realistic lens and really taking itself super seriously. Um, and whatnot, and then it kind of burns you. And then we got hyper serious for a while, and then we got burnt out on like the Marvel Disney kind of everything's a joke. This was just a comic book ass comic movie. Like, Willem Dafoe chews up the scenery harder than anything. This is I don't think Uncle Ben could have been portrayed better than that old guy, whoever he is. I even like Toby this time around. I didn't like him like last time I watched this movie, like over 10 years ago. Rewatched it this time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was really enjoyable. I think I'm gonna go back and watch Spider-Man 2 and 3. I know 3 is gonna be awful, but I'm gonna watch it just for the sake of it. Last time I watched 2, I remember being kind of disappointed with it because they were like, "Oh, this one's the best one," and I remember watching it and I was like, "Oh, this is not as good as I remember it being." But who knows? Maybe I flip flop. Maybe my old man taste. Pause. Bro, I just keep walking into this shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know you're getting old when you just kind of stop giving a fuck. Dicks.
Come at me.
You know. So would recommend.
I mean, Willem Dafoe is hard to beat as like a villain. He's such a good like crazy guy.
Oh, and he loves it, Meshy. Like, I knew he went over the top with it, but rewatching it now, I can see why he was like excited to do it. 'Cause he just went for it. Back to formula.
Can the Spider-Man come out and play?
Oh, so good. You fucking yell at scream for me like talking to Aunt May. Like wild statements. Oh.
Or like when he tries to taste whatever that is, and she smacks his hand, and he just looks at her
and he
with the
looks
death stare,
and just licks his fucking fingers. I felt that in my soul. Like, he gives his hands in the yams.
Yeah. I feel like MJ in the first one is like an MJ that you could like, but I feel like she gets worse over the next 2 movies, if I'm remembering right.
Yeah,
like you're like, why does Peter even like this woman?
Well, it's one of those things too, where it's just like she's the pretty girl next door that he just, just can't seem to land until later in life, and he keeps like just fumbling it because he's Peter Parker. I didn't mind her. Like, I was never a big Kirsten Dunst fan. Watching her in this and watching her kind of be a girl failure, and having big dreams and kind of failing at it, and it being a waitress and stuff when she finally moves to the city and stuff. Like, I wasn't upset with her portrayal. Now, I haven't watched Spider-Man 2. I will be watching it. And I haven't seen Spider-Man 3 since theaters. I did not go back to rewatch that one. I rewatched 1 and 2, and I was kind of disappointed with 2 when I rewatched it, and I was like, never mind. I'm not going to bother with 3 because I know 3's awful. I was angry in the theaters, and I was already, still like a kid or a teenager. Because Venom was my favorite. Like, you see Venom from like the animated series, and you got like broad, muscular Eddie Brock, and Venom looks cooler than ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's like you if you were a supervillain covered in goo.
Yeah, exactly, Mesh. He's spiteful. He's jealous, angry.
Why you even sat up for that?
It's. I feel
Hold on, I gotta
passionately
show
about
off my shoulders. Look, I'm Eddie Brock.
It's just, and then you see him in the movie, and it's Eric Foreman, and he's scrawny, and he's like, no,
he will never not be Eric Foreman. He is stuck with that role forever.
Yeah, he's cooked. We know Solomon costume. Oh man, but that's like my entire like vision of like Eddie Brock in Venom. And Venom was like the coolest Spider-Man villain ever from the 90s. Like, we grew up with them. Nothing gets cooler than Venom. I'm sorry. Who's cooler, Meshy? Who's cooler?
No one.
Shocker, he's wearing yellow argyle and a leotard.
The Scorpion? Nah. The Rhino? Yeah, we don't want to talk about that guy.
You know. So, did you catch wind of why I might be rewatching these movies?
No, I don't know what spoiler you're talking about.
Okay, then I won't mention anything. Um, and we'll just keep on moving.
Okay.
All right. So you rewatched something, Meshy, huh?
Yeah, I did. Because I don't ever remember watching it. But I maybe at one time did. I put it out.
I
of
felt
memory.
like you watched it with. I felt like you watched this with me because we rewatched the first one.
Yeah, I remember watching the first one with you, but I don't remember watching this movie. But this movie is such a fever dream that maybe I did. I just put it out of my mind. Um, but I watched it, and like the animation's not bad, but holy shit, this movie is so cheesy.
Oh
And
yeah.
just like I was watching it. I was just be like, huh, this is really hamming up the like. It just felt like such an early '90s movie in 2017, but not entirely in a good way. Like there's some things where like Rico's a ridiculous badass that's just killing bugs, and he's hamming up the scenes that he's in, and then he has you have his dumbass squad that doesn't really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're just being incompetent, yet somehow living through every terrible situation. Like the guy that trips and then fires a nuke accidentally because he's looking for like his air purifier in his suit or something like that. It's just kind of weird. It I don't know. I mean, I really like Starship Troopers. It's such a ridiculous like what's the word we're looking for? It's like the terrible series, but it's still fun to just watch, even though it's terrible. I can't remember what we called that.
Well,
But
it's such an interesting thing because like the whole controversy with it.
no, not this particular movie.
Well, not. I'm just talking about Starship Troopers as a whole, as kind of like a franchise.
Oh no, I don't know the controversy.
So the original author of the book, I think, he was enlisted in the Navy. He was in one of the branches of military, and he
Okay.
played it very straightforward and earnest in terms of taking a lot of pride in service and that kind of thing, and that's what led to writing Starship Troopers the way that he was, and how he believed politically, kind of how the direction that we should end up going, and that we should be willing to pay our dues and work together as a society to progress forward and all this kind of stuff, right?
Okay.
The movie comes out and the director kind of wanted to lean the opposite because the original author used to get hate back in the day, calling him a fascist and all that kind of stuff based on just kind of
Yeah.
how he viewed things. The director kind of made a satirical film to kind of point a light at look how bad fascism is and how you can get blinded and indoctrinated by it. So that's why all the movie kind of looks at it the way it is, and it's like you kind of watch Rico fall into this indoctrination of it and whatnot, and the intention of the film was the exact opposite of the intention of the book.
Okay.
So what ends up happening, but guess what thread kind of sticks through the thing? So people watch this satirical film, some people don't actually get the satire and kind of like the the breaking down of like why fascism is bad, and they kind of come away with, oh yeah, uh I'm gonna earn my citizenship, and kind of just the overall cheesiness of it. And that's kind of the thread that gets like people latch onto and like stick with. And it's just kind of funny that it kind of leans back into more, even though it's cheesy, people kind of hold on to the intention, as ridiculous as it is, the original idea of the original author. So it's kind of interesting just how Starship Troopers has gone. And now, I mind you, like probably 90 percent of people who kind of interact with this franchise probably don't go that deep on it. They probably keep it real surface level. Am I a weirdo, Meshi?
I mean, Scum, you're getting. I'm just imagining like 10-year-old you being like, "I'm going to explain Starship Troopers to you, everyone," and they're like, "I just want to finish my apple juice. Does you have to talk?"
Man, I got a juicy juice to finish. Can you wrap this up?
I got Dunkaroos in my backpack that are melting, you asshole.
Oh, that's funny. Oh man. Oh, so
But
you know,
that's interesting to know because I didn't know. I figured it was based on a book because most movies tend to be, but I didn't know it was the opposite of what the message of the movie was. That's kind of interesting.
yeah, because the book is all about like, yeah, participate, do what you need to do for the betterment of everybody. If we work together and we push forward, and enrolling in the military is an honor and a privilege and should be something to strive towards. It makes you a better person, um, and all of the stuff. And it's very, centered towards that. And the movie's trying to highlight all the bad parts of like, you remember Rico walks up to the guy and he's like, yeah, being in infantry made me the man I am today. And it pans back and he's missing both his legs and he's missing an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those are the statements the movie's trying to make of like, look how bad this is, to follow this mindset, right?
Right.
Let's go. This is the third show and tell. You can explain the evils of fashions. I'm getting roasted. I'm cooked.
Was that guy alive when the movie came out? Like, did he ever express his opinion on it?
I don't know if he, I don't know if it's the same studio because yeah, we're talking about the writer of the original Starship Troopers novel. I was kind of just giving a brief overview of how the author wrote the book and intended the message in the book, how it didn't line up with what the people in the movie adapted and tried to do with it. As far as messaging goes.
He died in 1988, so no,
yes,
he did not get to see it.
He didn't make it. Thank goodness. He's probably turning in his grave right now. But what I find more funny than anything, because the movie tries to portray it to a ridiculous in a ridiculous manner, and ends up being kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
But that just led to Helldivers 2 happening, and everybody just being like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yep. Just keeps bouncing back and forth.
Yeah. I don't know if he thought that. I think that's what he wanted to do with it, because that poor author, dude. I don't know if you call him poor author. I was just looking into just the hate and stuff that he used to get over that. And to be fair, the political climate at the time kind of lent itself to that. But the author, I digress. Anyways, the first Descendant, or not the first Descendant, the Starship Troopers Power Hour was Scum Show and Tell, diving too deep into things.
A deep dive.
It's kind of fun looking into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I wrote this book. It needs more genitalia. Why isn't this in the movie?
I almost spit my drink. Okay, so you watched another film.
Yes, I watched It Feeds. This was actually a horror movie written to be a horror movie, so that was a nice change of pace.
Thank God.
What I watched previously. This one was better, but the whole time I was just kind of being like, dumb bitch making stupid decisions. She's now freaking out about these decisions made, but okay. So basically, it's her. The main character's mom is psychic. The dad was a psychic too, and he would help people by going into their into people with like trauma and stuff. He would go into their minds. He would find the trauma and he would help
Ooh,
them.
have a hell of a time with
And
me.
then yeah, oh fuck, they would probably die the moment just stepping foot in there. There's a lot of show and tell in here. And he basically, the dad dies off screen before the movie begins. Basically, he did something where he messed with the wrong thing, and it basically killed him, made him kill himself, basically.
Bobby X-Man,
Minecraft.
no.
And so the mom is like overprotective and only wants to do certain ones that she knows is hurt them. The daughter is not psychic, as far as she can tell, and effectively a very abused girl comes and visits them, and the daughter wants to help, and the mom walks in and sees that thing behind her and freaks out, and then the dad comes in. He's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And basically, kind of very in a "oh, I'm abusing this girl" kind of way, drags her out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
So now the daughter is invested and really wants to help, and the mom's like, "Fuck that! We're not touching any of that." So the daughter goes and fucks with that and causes the whole movie to begin. Effectively being kidnapped by the father and finding out that the entity is feeding on the girl, but he can stop it from feeding on the girl by feeding it other people. So he does that. He tries to feed the main character to the daughter, and effectively she breaks out. They get into a struggle, and the dad shoots the daughter, and she dies and transfers the entity to the main character. And so now it's a back and forth. But now basically the mom is trying to help the daughter, through this, and she's stepping up to the plate while this thing is like slowly trying to kill her and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's an okay movie.
Not too shabby.
It's not too shabby. It's not like super scary, but you're more annoyed at the girl and her decisions are always like just wrong. She's just really stupid stuff, and you're like, okay. And but the entity is kind of cool. It doesn't look cool, but what it does is kind of cool. Just kind of like it's always just hanging out in the background and being weird. The movie's not ruined by it like appearing, like the Red Man. That's the example we always go back to, the Red Man or the Red Devil, whatever the fuck he was, because he was fine when you couldn't see him, and then you saw him. It was like a clown in makeup. I'm no longer terrified of you. And this movie, it's kind of the opposite of it, where you see it and you're like, "Oh, that's really creepy," but it doesn't ruin the atmosphere of the movie from that point onward.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a lot better than the other one that I watched. It's not great, but if you need a horror movie for October month-long scary movie-a-thons, probably not bad.
And then it feeds.
Yeah, I'd probably give it like a 7.2.
Oh, whoa. Oh, wait, hold on, pause. We goofed up. What would you give the other fucking Netflix movie? 5.5. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, 5.5. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. What would I give Spooderman? I really enjoyed it.
You should give it a rating for every time you've watched it.
Okay, originally,
yeah,
probably like a 9.9.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
When I was a child, 9.9. Do you want to know my one gripe I had in the movie theater was?
Ooh, okay. Hold on. Ooh, was it
Childlike scum? Think about it.
Oh man, it could have been anything. It could have been that fucking Oscorp didn't explain his fantasy with military things and devolves his psychological profile or some bullshit. Or it could have been like a child to be like, well, his suit shouldn't look like that. I don't know. I'll never guess. Never mind. What is it?
I was sitting there and I was a child and I watched the 90. I think it's like 97 Spider-Man animated series was like my favorite show. I loved it.
Right.
To the ends of the earth, shocker. To the ends of the earth. I was like, wait a minute. He should be using web cartridges. Why does he have a web zit on his wrist? That's not like the cartoon.
That's right. I forgot he has those.
The
Damn it.
organic web shooter or the organic web ball thing in his wrist or whatever. Yeah.
Did that bother you the same this time around, or were you like, okay?
No. Yeah, I was fine. I was fine with it. Just as a child, I remember because in my brain it was like Batman is Batman from the animated series. Spider-Man is Spider-Man from the animated series. I could see him on the movie screen now. Wait a minute. Why is it different? He's supposed to have because as a kid there's a toys with like the little wrist thing. You can actually have the silly string and shoot it.
Oh yeah.
So it was a very like in my mind it's like he doesn't actually have webs. He's smart and made his own webs. And then I watched the thing and he's like fly web. And as a child I was like 9 out of 10.
Oh man, I do remember a lot of people were griping about that, him not having web shooters.
Yeah. And I get annoyed like it's and they try the justification for it was I think there was like a DVD extra or something. I might be like Mandela affecting this. I think someone said if he was smart enough to come up with this, creation of something with this kind of tensile strength, he would literally be able to get himself out of poverty and he'd be the richest person in the world. And Peter would be the same character. It's like Peter would never sell this in the first place, though.
He never would. He wouldn't know how to.
He would girl fail backwards down the stairs and live at home with Aunt May. Like,
all right, sharks. Today I want a $5 million investment for my sticky goo.
leave. But Mr. Perfect, no, please listen. I don't want any part of this. How about you, Mark? Not a chance.
I want it for 65% of your company.
I don't have a company. Get out.
I wish I knew how money works.
Second time I watched it, I'd probably give it like a 6.1. And then this most recent viewing, I probably give it like an 8.7.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable, and most of it held up.
Do you think that your rating is higher because it's so vastly different to the superhero movies of today?
Yeah, it's very much so purely what it is. It is a comic book movie. It just felt like it felt Sam Raimi in the same way that you kind of watch Evil Dead and you can kind of tell that they're really going for it. You really feel it here. And I don't know if I feel that when I'm watching a what's his name? Tom Holland?
Yeah, Tom Holland, yeah.
I don't know if I feel that whenever I'm watching those Spider-Man movies.
Interesting.
Because my problem with Tom Holland is, okay, this is my whole thing. So my favorite run on Spider-Man was the Ultimate Spider-Man run by Brian Michael Bendis. That series is perfectly set up for Tom Holland to play. I think it's probably one of the best renditions of that character. Because it's just pure teenage Peter. That's all it is. And he confronts each of his own villains as he goes through, becoming Spider-Man. Tom Holland's Spider-Man he's never confronting his own villain. He's always stepping into a situation that's currently going on with someone bigger than him. It's always like the Vulture's got beef with Tony, and these bigger world problems. He's just kind of stumbling into it, and it's never his battle to fight. He's just kind of sticking his nose in and being a stupid kid and not really having his own challenges to face. He's butting in on other people's villains and things. He's not having his own confrontation Does that make sense?
Yeah, because Mysterio he had beef with Tony, and what was the third one? The third one was, oh,
Brand New Day.
that was, yeah, or no, that's the Doctor Strange one. Was that Brand New
Oh,
Day?
I don't know how many Tom Holland movies there've been. I stopped watching
I think
after.
there's four. I think the newest one is the fourth one.
Let's
Because the
see.
first one is
Oh yeah,
Vulture, the second one
there's
is
No Way Home.
Mysterio.
Who was in No Way Home?
The third one was when he had all three Spider-Man.
Oh,
Spider-Man?
so they brought back his other villains that weren't his, right?
Yeah. So he was dealing with everyone else's villain.
Instead of his own.
I
So
never even realized that.
so that's just kind of like my foundational problem with those movies is Peter is such an endearing character because of where he comes from, the lessons that were instilled in him, and how he confronts his own problems and how he overcomes that. Honestly, with this pure heart and tenacity. And every Tom Holland thing, it's like he's bumbling into someone else's situation and fucking it up. So that's where those movies kind of disappoint me. Now, I will say, I think I'm just gonna make my way through the movies. I think I want to watch Spider-Man 2, watch Spider-Man 3, and then I want to watch Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 again. And then I think I'm gonna go through the Tom Holland movies because I don't know if I made it all the way through Far From Home. I don't think I watched the whole movie.
That would have been the second one then, I think.
Because it just got, I was honestly burnt out of, superhero movies,
And that's fair, yeah.
and I don't
How do you
like
feel
the
about
fact that they're giving so much shine to who's his best friend in the Tom Holland movies.
Ned? I think I only know him as Ned.
Yeah, Ned. Like, we're not getting any more time with the rest of the Spider-Man fucking universe and cast. There's no Felicia Hardy. There's no Eddie Brock. There's no like we're not getting any of that. We get Ned and Zendaya as Mary Jane, and I just don't know if I've ever bought her as Mary Jane, honestly. But that's just me.
Interesting. No, I kind of tend to ignore everyone else when I watch those movies as just being in there in the background.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Andrew Garfield?
Okay. You want a hot fucking take?
Yeah, sure.
Fucking amazing.
Is that a hot take?
I think so. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves as Peter. I think he did a really good Peter.
I liked him as Peter. I think he got shafted from the movies.
And even his movies I feel were good. Honestly, like the clock tower scene, I enjoyed that they did it in a clock tower instead of off the bridge like it is in the comics. Because that whole scene of the back of her head hitting the pavement because he couldn't quite get it. That whole shot is like beautiful, like with the web reaching out and looking like a hand. And I will say, like Harry Osborn as a Green Goblin, that shit was kind of. I didn't like who they got for Harry. I did not like Harry in that. But the way that Andrew, like his Spider-Man, uses the webs and stuff, it's so interesting. Like just like how he goes to his web shooter, he puts his thumb on to actually make a spread of the web go in multiple directions and stuff. And I felt like they got really clever with how he uses his toolkit. And a lot of what they pulled from for the Amazing Spider-Man is actually pulled from the Ultimate run of the comics. Like Electro, his whole design is based off of the Ultimate Spider-Man design of Electro. There's a lot of references to the things that I like from that run in those movies, Jamie Foxx doing like a bad Jim Carrey Riddler was not the right call for Electro. I feel like there was some missteps that happened in those movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if Charlie Sheen's dad was the best Uncle Ben.
That was Charlie Sheen's dad?
Yeah.
I did not know that. It's
A
been.
lo-
It's also been. I haven't seen the Amazing Spider-Man since it came out, so
Yeah.
I don't even remember Uncle Ben in that movie. Oh my
There.
god! I don't remember him
Yeah, that
at
Charlie
all.
Sheen's dad is Ben Parker. And that was the other thing. At first, I was like, I don't mind this. But the fact that Uncle Ben in this first Tobey Maguire movie, he did it so well, Meshy. Like, you have to deliver with great power comes great responsibility. His whole attempt to like, be there for Peter in this time, like it was so endearing. Oh my, he sold it. Whoever that actor guy is, you did great. Proud of you. I know he's probably not with us any longer, but I'm glad he got to be.
He was old when that movie was out.
But I don't remember him being that good, but I think as an adult looking back and seeing him and how he portrayed, and you always look at stuff through a different lens, right? Like, as a kid growing up, you kind of look through the Peter Parker lens. I feel like an old man in my early 30s. I'm looking through the Uncle Ben lens of his attempt to, like, be there for Peter in that time. And for the little screen time he got, he really sold it. And I think that's what I'm coming away with most of from that movie.
It was Cliff Robertson. He died in 2011.
Okay, so he made it pretty far. Big jealous that you got that launcher already. I'm gonna get after it. Where are we at? Oh, perfect. If you don't want Bleach spoilers, close your ears. We watched the movie and one episode, right?
Yep.
Meshi, it looks great.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I really liked Keisuke's Bankai. It was kind of interesting, especially for him, considering what he's done, and him creating life, and kind of how that is kind of shown also through
Or something like that. And then out pops this lady and
Yeah.
does this entirely different thing. But it's really cool. I like how he uses it. Like the movement part of it and all that other stuff is interesting. And I'm sad you don't get to see any more of it, because I really would like to know like what actually happens to a person that is in range of it. And like, does he just blow them into pieces, or
Yeah,
does
I
their
think
head
because,
on their ass?
Yeah, because I mean, he even pops off. The guy's like, yeah, most people get so scared that they cut off their own arm, and
Yeah.
I think he just could just literally uncreate you. But
Yeah.
he had to go up against a plot device. What are these assholes called? Is it some German word?
Oh, yeah, they're all some German
The
word. The
Steiner, Rinstein, Steiner, Stinner.
Yeah, German for Eugene. The Volsteiner or something like that. Call them Quincy's.
Sternritters.
Sternritters.
Oh, bless. Sorry, I just these things that they have to go up against literally. Oh, I can't be hurt, and I can adapt to being hurt in any way.
Like, but like it's shitty because like literally every one of those Quincy's is just a variation of I'm immune to everything that you do to me.
Yeah, and it ends up being like, oh, you finally get to see the captains like go as far as they possibly can go, and it's like, oh, through the power of bullshit, they are availed.
Yeah.
um, but I guess that's the one thing is sort of like you've watched hundreds of episodes and you're kind of getting to see the full extent of a lot of their power, and you're getting these cool moments, but they're so brief, and then they end up getting, oh, I'm going into my next form. I don't care about your ultimate thing that you just did. It's really cool, and there's a lot of cool animation, but it's almost kind of not underwhelming. It's just kind of stinks. It's like, oh, this should have been curtains for this guy.
Yeah, I mean, after it happens for the fourth time, well, no, not even the fourth time, probably the second time, you're like, okay, he did something really cool, which means that this guy's about to pop off and
Mm-hmm.
regenerate and make that thing that he just did useless. So,
Yep.
and it's every single fight, with like the
Yeah.
exception of, I think, the hand fight with, oh my god, I can't remember that captain's name with the colored face. He's the scientist one. I
Oh, shit, it starts
truly
with a
can't
K. I know
remember.
who you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I think his fight was probably the one where, because he wasn't a Quincy, he was just the other hand of the Soul King, so it didn't have random bullshit go. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Um, get to see Ichigo's new Bankai soon. I don't. Thank you. Soon. I don't even remember what it looks like or what it does. So it probably
Kurosuchi.
a
Jesus
stronger
Christ.
Getsuga.
Yeah.
So
You know, it works every single time.
every time I gotta use it again, it's gonna work.
Old, reliable. And I mean, that episode did come out. We might check to see if it's online, because I ended up seeing. I was on Twitter and I ended up seeing videos of people already posting from it. And I was like, no. You know, because I want to
Yeah,
experience it. And people just can't help themselves. They just love to be like, did you see this cool thing that happened? Here's the coolest moment of it happening.
yeah. Like and subscribe.
Um,
Oh, what did you think about Kimpachi's Bankai? 'Cause that popped out. It popped out a
uh,
lot quicker than I
yeah,
thought it was going.
I like his Oni form. I really do. It it reminds me of, who was that wrestler guy from Ragnarok,
Oh yeah, yeah,
whose
yeah.
muscles or whatever. So it makes sense for like his brute force character. I thought it was cool, and he split that dude butt to tip. That was just like a
Did.
warm knife through butter. I guess I'm just forgetting the reveal of when does it get revealed that his lieutenant is actually,
It happened.
was it
It basically,
what,
when he releases his Shikai for the first time is when she disappears.
I guess it's
So
just
that,
been so long and I'm not
yeah, I
remembering it.
mean, it's been literally a year since that happened. But basically, he's fighting the cookie guy, right? Because she's fighting him before, well, not the cookie guy, but the guy that can make anything
Yeah,
reality.
yeah.
Thinks
Because
about
I
it.
remember her getting like fucked up and her limbs twisted and stuff
Yeah, and
before
then
he shows
the
up.
moment he releases his Shikai, you never see her again. So
Okay,
in the background and stuff.
gotcha.
Um,
Okay, but I love the fact that he swung so hard that his fucking arm came off, and she was like, "Oops, my bad, Kenny."
oh man, yeah,
I appreciate, because he would have just done it again. So I had, for a plot contrivance to let this guy live a little bit longer again, because he would have just done it again.
yep.
he's just too brolic that he would have done it again. So, you know, I mean, the stupid giant Valkyrie Thor looking guy looks really dumb. I want to look
Yeah.
into it more because I've just heard mentions and stuff about how Shonen was really pushing for Kubo to wrap up Bleach and kind of the back and forth and him just being like fuck it and just kind of like sprinting to the end and just being done with it.
It's definitely how it felt like, yeah.
And how
Like you could
I want to
tell.
look more into kind of, you know, what happened there. But I mean, I'm still enjoying it. I Yoruichi's cat form, I wasn't expecting that to be what that was. I just thought she was gonna get really pissed and just go ham. I didn't expect her to like devolve
Go
more
full
into
cat.
an
Yeah.
actual cat, because even in her cat form she's like talking and stuff, but in this form she's just a slave to catnip.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I think he had a fetish and he was like, fuck it, I'm dying.
Fuck it, let's you know, but I liked it. Like the thunderclaps were so loud. They're like the loudest thing in the episode. And it was satisfying. We just ran out of time, you know.
Yep.
Oh man. How many episodes of this do we have to wait for? I'd seen so much stuff online already that I thought that we were like further along, but I guess the movie was just the first 3 episodes.
Yeah. There's probably I mean they're chewing through the cast. I can only imagine there's probably like 4 or 5 more.
Let's just see. How many? Let's see. Claiming consists of 10 episodes. Or 13 episodes worth of content, including the theatrical premiere of the first 3 episodes. What does that even mean? Are you counting the movie as 1 or 13? That's so stupid. Thanks, Google AI,
Yeah.
for being terrible.
It's counting the movie twice.
I enjoyed it though. I've been enjoying it. I'm interested. I'm waiting for my goat to save everything. And I'm curious to see what that's gonna look like.
It's gonna look like it gets a good attention.
No, my goat, Meshi. Not
Oh,
Ichigo.
your goat. Right.
My goat. So I'm excited to see what he does and, you know, how he saves everything. And I hope it's cool. I wonder how it's going to be animated, and I'm curious to see just what they do. He's the best. All right. Last thing of the podcast. Wow, we actually did an hour 20. I guess I was rambling a lot, as we do.
Yeah, about fascism.
Yeah, fascism.
Yeah, that's true. He's like 5'6", I think, 5'7".
No, he's 5'9", I guess.
Oh,
I mean,
he's
still short.
You should have left my wife alone, Batman.
Would recommend. We're gonna keep watching Reacher. We're
Yeah.
waiting for the episodes to come. There's only like 8 episodes, and they're slow.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're doing this. It's like online. I guess they don't want people to binge it all. Well, I don't know why they're doing it.
Yeah, you know, it's keeping the them subscribed to their platform longer or whatnot.
I guess so. I guess you're right.
Yeah. If you want to watch a gorilla throw people around like they're made of paper, Reacher.
You know, I want to ask you something, Meshi.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this Lantern show?
I don't know that much about it, to be honest.
They
I've seen,
kill
like, 2
Hal
clips.
Jordan instantly.
Yeah, and they do, okay. And then he's like a projection in the ring or something like that, right? I think I've seen a clip.
I don't know if he's in the ring. All I know is they literally killed Hal Jordan, shot him in the fucking head. And it's like, wait. Huh? But he's Hal Jordan.
Looks like he was scared of that bullet.
5'9" being short to y'all. Well, I'm 5'11", so I'm clearly too short. You know.
Yeah, but how big is your shoulders?
You know, I am wider than I am tall. I think the funniest thing ever that I was talking to Meshi at one point, and I told him how tall I was, and he was like, "Wow, most women are taller than you." And I was like, "Meshi, do you understand that it's literally like the amount of men over 6 feet is like in the teens percentile in the United States?"
No, I didn't.
The world you live in, I'm so curious what it's like to view the world through your eyes and your perception of things.
It's mostly living vicariously through you.
What's it like down there? Oh. One of my favorite things to see, though, was they had the Reacher actor next to Henry Cavill, and Henry Cavill looks small.
Oh my god.
How tall is he? Yeah, he's 6'1". Henry Cavill's 6'1", and I think Reacher's like 6'3".
Dang.
Yeah, he's 6'3". I think Royan's 6'4". Funny world. All right.
In heels or not in heels?
He's cleared 7 with heels. Oh, shit. All right, that's a podcast. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. My Twitch link's down below. Go follow me there. We just hit 500 followers thanks to, what's his name? That one free-to-play guy.
Yeah. Time for a 48-hour stream.
Oh, fuck.
Which will consist of one trial run.
I'm going to strangle him off stream. Goodbye.